own makeup line. She's not starting a brand or anything. She took an existing makeup brand, Morphe, and did a collection with them. I honestly prefer when celebrities do this. I feel like it's better because then they have the expertise and the experience of an already established makeup company, so I feel like 9 times out of 10 the products turn out better. But that's just my personal opinion. So yeah, she came out with an eyeshadow palette, a face setting spray, some highlighters, and some lip glosses. So I picked up 3 products. I got the eyeshadow palette, the luminous setting spray, and one of the glosses. I want to start just by talking about the components because I absolutely love the packaging. I love it. It's like a neutral gray color with the silver chrome accents. Even on like the palette box, it has a bunch of zeros and ones, you know, like coding. A lot of the stuff is like electronic or space themed, which I feel goes really, really well with Madison's whole aesthetic. She really did that with the packaging. I can definitely see just from the packaging alone that Madison definitely had like a say in these products and how they looked and whatever. She definitely made her mark on it. I think it's really, really pretty. So taking the palette out of the box, it looks the exact same as the box, just on the palette. This is the Channel Surfing Artistry palette. It comes with a pretty decent sized mirror, which is always nice. I hate that a lot of Morphe palettes don't come with a mirror. It annoys me. And then you get a little sleeve that goes on top and it has all the shades. This is a personal preference, but I kind of hate when brands do this because I always end up losing the sheet and then I have no idea what the shade names are. It's really not that important for like the average person, just because like the average consumer is just going to use this and put it on and whatever. But when I make tutorials and how-to videos just for my job, it's nice to know what the shades are. So I prefer when they're printed on there, but whatever. The shade names are actually really, really cute. They all kind of correlate to something about her. So there's Pisces because she's a Pisces. My fellow Pisces queen, hello. Fight Club is her favorite movie she's talked about, and she's made a song inspired by it. Baby, one of her recent songs. Marceline from Adventure Time, I think it's one of her like favorite characters. And then here are the shades. They are beautiful. I think this is one of the prettiest palette layouts that I've seen within the last year. I feel like I own so many eyeshadow palettes to the point where like companies release new ones and come out with new launches and I just see them and I'm like, you know, I have something like that, or that doesn't really speak to me, but something about this palette, it's just so pretty. Like I just could stare at it forever. I don't know. I think the way that the shades are laid out is really nice, and it's just a lot of warm tones. So you have like reddish warms, purpley warms, and neutral warms, shimmers, mattes. You have a black transition shades and highlighting shades, so you could definitely create several full looks with this palette. That's another thing that I kind of look for personally. So as I look at the palette, I'm definitely drawn to like the plummy, more purple, red kind of tones. So I think I'm just gonna do like a really accentuated, smoky fall eye. Not really heavy with liquid liner or anything, just keep it more eyeshadow focused. I'm gonna take the shade Emotional Bruises, which is like this really taupey purple color, and just start buffing that into my crease as a transition shade. I'm gonna start extending it underneath my lower lash line and sort of bringing it out. I want the eyeshadow to just naturally kind of form a line itself. I'm actually not really worried about this palette in terms of performance because I already know Morphe shadows. They're usually pretty easy to work with and pretty pigmented, so just gonna blend this out. Now I'm gonna take Fight Club, which is just a little bit deeper shade, the same color family, and I'm gonna put that on the outer corner of my eye and kind of just work on smoking it out to fit that shape that we created with the first color. But I'm keeping this only on the outer. I'm not trying to pull it in too much. Also blending that color down into my lower lash line as well. And I'm not really worried about making like this peak point really clean because I'll just go in with some concealer and sharpen it up after everything. so it's looking a little bit just kind of messy. So now I'm gonna go in with my concealer and I'm gonna like sharpen this up so where the eyeshadow has that like nice cut line. I'm gonna do that on both sides. And then I'm also gonna put a little bit just on the inner corner. Not really to make a cut crease, but just so when we put the shimmer in the inner corner, it really pops. Next, on a flat shader brush, I'm going to take the shade Stained Glass, which is this beautiful shimmery shade. I don't know if the camera shows it justice, but it's just like a really pretty glittery champagne. I'm a sucker for a glittery champagne, so I'm going to pack that on the brush and then just apply that on the inner corner. Whoa, actually, I zoomed in a bit so you could actually see, but that shade actually has like flecks of glitter in it, which I feel like is pretty rare for just a shimmer shadow in a palette. It's actually like a pressed glitter almost. I zoomed in a little bit because I felt like you weren't getting much justice from far away, but that shade is actually so shimmery. Like you can see flecks of glitter in it. That's not with any like spray or anything, that's just applied dry onto the lid, and it is super glittery, so I'm obsessed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna take a little bit of it just on my brow bone. I don't really want too much like shimmery, glittery chunks on my brow bone, but just a little bit. And then to finish off the eyeshadow, I'm gonna take Prestige, which is this shimmery pink color, and I'm just gonna put that right in the middle, in between the shimmer and the dark, to kind of blend the two together. Okay. There is a tiny bit of fallout, but honestly, when using such shimmery and darker kind of purpley shadows, I've definitely experienced worse fallout, so I don't mind that at all. Just dust it off real quick. And then to finish it off, I'm going to take the NYX Milk Jumbo Eye Pencil. I've been doing this so much recently for my eyeshadow looks, but I'm just going to put it on my lower waterline. It kind of just opens up the eyes a bit more, and I just really like the look of it, so I'm going to do that real quick. And I will always use these jumbo eye pencils from NYX on my waterline instead of like an eyeliner, because they are so creamy and soft and pigmented. They're just so easy to use. I've literally been buying this since I was like 11, so we stand them. And now I'm gonna go finish off the eye look by applying some accent lashes, and then I'll be right back. And voila, here is the final look. Ultimately, I really enjoyed the palette. The one shade that didn't work as well as the others was the really dark brown, just because I felt like it wasn't that pigmented. It kind of kept just like blending away, but everything else blended really nicely, was really pigmented. I love the shimmers in this palette, especially that one right there. I forgot what it was called. Stained Glass. See, that's why I hate those little shade name thing, card things, whatever. Anyway, Stained Glass. Love that shade. Yeah, I really like this palette. I think it's great for sort of everyday fall vibes, and it was only $22, so honestly, would highly recommend it. The next product I'm going to try is one of the lip glosses from the collection. She had an array of shades, but they were all nudes. So there was like light nudes, pink nudes, natural nudes, brown nudes, just a whole bunch of nude glosses, which I feel like makes sense. I don't really see Madison wearing much else other than just like nude lips. So I picked up the shade Saturn, which I believe is the most pinky nude of them all, if I remember correctly. Another thing I thought was really cute is that every single gloss was named after a planet. So again, I got Saturn. I believe there was like Neptune, Venus, you know, which I thought was really on brand. Kind of fits with her whole like space aesthetic. Super cute. So this is what the packaging looks like. I really love it. You have that same like neutral gray color for the eyes, so maybe I'll pick up one of those. And these are only $10 a piece, which I feel like is pretty good. Pretty good. The last product is probably the one that I'm most excited for. This is the Luminous Setting Spray. There's 2 shades of this. I got the lighter one, which is Seal the Deal. I don't know if you can read it on the box, but I gotta shake it up a little bit. This is what it looks like. You can see like the shimmer in it swirling around. Isn't that like the most pleasing thing you've ever looked at? I could just stare at that for like hours. Oh, I love it. It looks like that one liquor. My mom always drinks it. It's like purple or blue and it like shimmers and like swirls like this. If you know what I'm talking about, you know, but if you don't, whatever. It's really pretty. When I saw this, I was like, I need that. I need to have that. Plus, I love looking glowy and dewy, so I'm hoping this will give me all of that. So let's go ahead and spray it on the face. Oh my god. Okay, I hate the spray. We'll start there. It's very like a spit at your face, so you kind of have to hold it far away. But it smells delicious. It smells like a bougie ass perfume. This was $18. I feel like I love the scent. I love that there's 2 shades, so it's a little bit more inclusive. I like the way it made my skin look. I definitely feel like I look pretty glowy. I just ate the spray, so I'm gonna have to give this like a 7.5 and 8. But I feel like if there was a better spray on this, it would be amazing. So maybe I'll switch it out, like take this off and put on a different one, because it's just too like, it's too aggressive. But I sprayed it on my hand. I don't know if you can see. I can literally see like shimmer flecks. So yeah, that is my completed look. We have a nice smoky fall eye, a neutral lip, and some glowy skin. Can't really complain. It's a pretty standard little fall beats. I'm happy with it. So final thoughts. The thing I would definitely recommend the most is the palette. I would give this like a 9 out of 10. I feel like the price is there, the packaging's cute, the shade range is nice. Some of the darker shades just don't show up as much as I'd like them to, but solid 9 out of 10. Would recommend that. Then I would say that the spray and the gloss are pretty equal. For the spray, I love it. I like the way my skin looks. I like the way it smells, and it's just really pretty to look at. But I don't like the spray itself actually, so I'm gonna have to give it like a 7.5, 8. And then for the gloss, the formula is really nice. The shades are cute. Love the packaging. But it just, you know, it feels like a regular nude gloss. I feel like there's a lot of these on the market, so for that I'm gonna give it like a 7.5, 8 as well. But both of them are really nice. Honestly, I'm pretty freaking pleased. The only thing that I didn't pick up from the collection was the brush set, because I just don't need more brushes, and the liquid highlighter, I believe is what it was. But yeah, honestly, I would recommend checking out this collection. I enjoyed it, especially the palette. I think it's a great bang for your buck. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this, please, as always, let me know. Don't forget to check out today's sponsor, which I also have all their information linked in the description box. I want to thank them for sponsoring this video, as well as my Patreon, my social medias, all that fun stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all in my next video.